Hi, my name is Sha'seana, and today I will be talking about the clinician-administered PTSD scale for DSM-5. So, you might be wondering to yourself, what is the clinician-administered PTSD scale for DSM-5? Well, please watch this short video up next.
Where should we go?
I think we should drive to the mall.
Oh yeah, we could definitely drive to the mall. That's definitely going to be an easy thing for us to do.
Yeah. Mary, the Uber's outside.
So, what made me choose this scale? I chose this scale because growing up, I witnessed my grandfather struggle with undiagnosed PTSD after returning home from fighting in the Vietnam War. In addition, I myself have been diagnosed with severe PTSD and wish to further investigate the validity and consistency of CAPS-5 on the PTSD scale for DSM-5. Agenda. So, first, we're going to look at the clinician-administered PTSD scale for DSM-5, also known as the CAPS-5. Then we're going to go into the demographics, its target population. After that, we're going to look at some evidence of its validity, followed by some evidence of its reliability. Then we're going to come and evaluate the information that we have gathered, followed by coming to a conclusion on whether or not this tool is a valid and reliable tool. Administering the clinical administered PTSD scale for DSM-5 or the CAPS-5. The CAPS-5 is a 30-item structured interview with a 5-point ordinal scale, ranging from 0 to 4, with 0 being the absence of a symptom and 4 being the extremeness of the symptom, for each of its 20 PTSD symptom items within its assessment. Administration of the CAPS, it's an interview that takes approximately 45 to 60 minutes, and it is administered primarily by qualified clinicians on a one-on-one interview, but can also be administered by paraprofessionals. CAPS-5 is also known as the golden standard for assessment of diagnosing the status and severity of PTSD due to its sensitivity and its reliability. CAPS-5 was revised in 2013 to correlate with the PTSD criteria described in the DSM-5. The demographics. So, the target demographics for CAPS-5 are individuals who have indicated that they have experienced trauma and are at least 18 years and above, with the median age being between 37 to 47 years of age. Validity. One of the articles I found on CAPS-5's validity was a research study that was conducted on 5 samples of Vietnam veterans that examined the different scoring rules of CAPS-5 and their impact on PTSD diagnosis severity and intensity rate. The measurements for CAPS-5 remained unchanged and yielded evidence of strong validity. Chi-square was used to calculate the CFA. Its construct validity showed that avoidance, which came in at the lowest for construct validity, was 0.71, and intrusion load, which was the highest on the construct validity, was at 0.82. These are constructs that the scale is intended to measure, and a loading of 0.70 and above is considered a well-defined construct. Its structural validity. The confirmatory factor analysis, or the CFA, are shown to be an excellent model range. With the CFI being of 0.97, this demonstrates a nearly perfect alignment for PTSD symptoms with CAPS-5. Its TLI of 0.95 is within excellent range for its structure. Its RMSEA is 0.05, and this tells us that CAPS-5 structure nearly matches the organization in the DSM-5 PTSD symptoms. Now let's take a look at its criterion validity. The CAPS-5 scores resembles closely with other golden standard diagnostic tools in comparison to the CAPS-5, like the DSM-5 criteria, the CAPS-4 criteria, and the SCID. This gives evidence on how CAPS-5 accurately identifies PTSD. Validity. A research study was conducted to explore the underlying instructions of PTSD symptoms measured by the CAPS-5. It took place in a metropolitan city at a level 1 trauma center. Participants came from two pooled studies. CAPS-5 was administered following its structured protocols, and the CAPS-5 proved to show strong validity. With its RMSEA being at a 0.036 with a 96 confidence interval, it is within acceptable levels, and this means that CAPS-5 fits together, or its items fit together well, just like a puzzle. Its CFI was at a 0.993. CAPS-5 demonstrates a nearly perfect match for its structure alignment and its patterns to PTSD symptoms. Its TLI was at a 0.991. While the CAPS-5 does have strict rules for scoring, they are considered to be an extremely strong fit for the CAPS-5 as they measure PTSD symptoms the way they are supposed to. Reliability. So, one article that I found that shows amazing reliability was a research study that was conducted on military veterans via telephone. It composed of 200 interviews, which turned out to be one of the largest PTSD treatment trials ever conducted. Diagnostic reliability results showed a kappa level at 0.90, while a diagnostic criteria kappa level for acceptability is between 0.84 through 0.91. Its internal consistency had alpha level at 0.88. Now let's take a look at this chart. For its inter-rater reliability, the ICC value was at a 0.91. This is considered an excellent reliability and is strongly preferred and accepted. Its test-retest reliability showed to be a 0.78, which is within a good reliability level. It is also an accepted level of reliability. Another article I found that gives evidence to the CAPS-5 reliability is an observational study that was conducted to examine the coordinates and PTSD symptom changes between the CAPS-5 and the PCL-5. While the study does not focus on the reliability of CAPS-5, it directly reports evidence from multiple forms of reliability. The results from the inter-rater reliability showed a good reliability, with the ICC being of a 0.80. Its internal consistency showed to be high, at alpha between 0.81 to 0.90. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons of the CAPS-5. Golden standards. Some of the pros of the CAPS-5 is that it's a golden standard tool for diagnosing PTSD and its severity. It has strong reliability for PTSD diagnosing and severity of the PTSD. It is a clinician administered scale, which means it has a higher accuracy and a higher agreement. It shows signs of strong validity, and it also has a flexible modality for location. So let's talk about some limitations. Scoring. So the scoring rule has a significant applications for the clinical status of PTSD, which means that the scoring can either make a person more likely to be rated to have PTSD or less likely. Research is male dominant. Our research is consistent of male dominant participants due to its target participants of former and previous research consistent of military backgrounds. So this lacks diversity and also includes a smaller sample size. In conclusion, the clinician-administered PTSD scale for DSM-5 is proven to be the golden standard amongst other clinician tools used for assessing PTSD status and severity, as evidence from multiple studies show us why. CAPS-5 strong reliability, structural and construct validity, and near-match alignments with the DSM-5 criteria proves that CAPS-5's measures PTSD accurately and purposefully. From high internal consistency, strong internal reliability, and impressive CFA model fit, the CAPS-5 was able to capture the core PTSD symptoms and their severities. In addition, for me personally, understanding the CAPS-5 is basically a matter of giving validation to my experience of living with trauma while I navigate PTSD. When clinicians administer the CAPS-5, they're using a tool that is backed by scientific research and gives explanations on how PTSD symptoms manifest in real people like myself. These are some of my references. Thank you.